what's up, everybody? It's Colin, host of Talking Ball, and now I'm on what's formerly known as Tommy Talks Ball. It's now Hotspur Hood, and I'm here with two of our hood rats, I guess we'll say. First, we've got Jacob from United Spurs of America,
What's cracking, G? How we
and
doing?
and Aaron from Twitter and everywhere. It's just
Is he on Twitter?
everywhere and nowhere. Well, no, but he's not. But he used to be. Am I correct, Aaron?
I used to be, mate. I used to be on
Okay.
social media and all that. And by the way, I only came on here because I thought I was going to meet Buck Funkley. But
Oh well, yeah.
Who's
No,
Buck
I guess I
Funkley?
got the wrong show, man.
hey, yeah, I don't even want to get into it too much. But yeah, you done got it. You done got the wrong one. But no, Jacob, Buck
What's
Funkley.
up, man?
He's a Spurs game show host. So I don't know if you've ever heard of him. But
I
yeah,
think I've heard
how's
of him.
yeah, he's kind of a big deal in the Spurs community. Um, but yeah, so what's going on in Texas?
I don't know, bro. I thought you were gonna tag me in the title, but
I'm still yeah,
you can still find me right there.
United Spurs of
Okay,
America.
why am I going up and down with the wrong one? So go this way. Um, what was your question, buddy?
How's Texas? Are you guys still like on the Clint
It's
Dempsey
hot.
hype train?
No, it's hot. It's hot. It's
How
very,
hot
very
is it,
hot.
mate? How hot is it?
I mean, I don't know Celsius wise, but Fahrenheit, we're chilling like 107 on
No
average.
Oh my
way.
days!
Just because the sun's sitting there cooking, it's
Shit.
relentless. It
We're, we're, we're,
hasn't been much fun.
we hit 33 in Dublin yesterday in Ireland, and this
I
is
don't know
like
how much
off
that
the
is.
Yeah, what's that
33. I don't know. It's probably, I don't know, 85 or something. I don't know the conversion. But I mean, it was off the charts for Ireland. Now, I have lived in like various tropical countries in Southeast Asia, and I've lived in Australia. But like when you're acclimatized, it takes a couple of months to acclimatize. I've been sitting in boxer shorts, mate, out in the balcony, like just like waving like these Japanese fans in my face, trying to get a bit of air. Trying to freshen up, man. Cold showers every fucking 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, we're not 10 minutes in. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're not built to deal with this. I don't know how you can live in El Paso, mate. Seriously, dude. Unless you're smuggling drugs over the border from Mexico, mate. What's the point?
There's a lot of reasons, and number one, I'd say is family. Number two, I'd say is
Mexico
um,
and that thing you just mentioned.
there's health care that's affordable. Right there, 5 minutes that way.
How
So
does John Fitzpatrick become a mod? Seriously, seriously, come on, man. Fitzy, you made Fitzy a mod?
I didn't make any. I haven't made anybody a mod.
Well,
But
Fitzy's a mod. It just popped up there, man.
oh, this is Tommy's channel. I'm just a
This is
interloper.
Tommy's channel.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't
this
know
is the
that.
Hotspur
Shit.
Hood. Do you not?
I probably should have
Yeah,
mentioned that. But yeah, I'm on Tommy's channel right now.
yeah, Tommy.
Oh,
I've
sorry,
become a
Tommy. Sorry, Tommy.
I'm a part of Hotspur Hood, and I'm also broadcasting to like my normal channel. But yeah, nobody's mad. All is good.
Wait,
All is
you're
good. Look, we've
simul
got
broadcasting?
yeah simulcasting. They would call that, I think. Over here.
Simulcasting.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. And
So,
I feel like the 8 people that I've got here are the same 8 people as always. And Scott M, good God, my friend, we were just talking about you
Mm-hmm.
for the show. We were like, we hope we can get Scott M to join. And here's the link. The link for anybody that wants it. Anybody watching, if you would like to be on the show, we're on a channel that has 10 times as many subscribers as my channel normally does. We
Well,
think
that'd
of
be
all the
20.
crazy stuff we could do.
Is it 10 or
So
20?
so I have 200 and Tommy's got 2,000. If
Okay.
so
yeah.
that's
I
Oh,
think your
man.
math is spot on there, buddy.
I feel under pressure now. Like
yeah my math's
2,000.
great.
Yeah, you got to carry the one.
Right, and then you carry it a long way, and
You got
then
to
you end
carry
up
it.
you end up right where you want to be. And speaking of right where you want to be, I think Antonio Conte might be, dare I say it, right where he wants to be. at the moment. Um, do you guys remember like a summer like this and your following of Spurs where we've signed so many players so early? Because I don't, you know.
I would say the quality is what stands out to me, not just the number, but the qualities behind that number. I don't think we should be done. We definitely need a center back upgrade, an immediate starter. I don't even know if Longline comes in and starts. I don't know if he's that quality of a player, but time will tell. We'll see. I think Antonio Conte is the right man to be steering this ship. So,
And so wait, so you're saying you don't think that Longley starts?
no, I don't know.
Do you have a huge problem with Dyer starting? I mean, not Dyer, but Davis.
I mean, I think if Dyer or Davies is your starting center back, you're not a title contender. You're not a Champions League contender.
I strongly disagree with you there, mainly regarding my man Ben Davis, and I'm so mad that I'm on this account and not like my other computer. I used to have that cutout. I could make Ben Davis just appear over all of us right now. Daddy Davis.
All you got to do is upload. What is it like? Go to the little plus thing, upload a thing.
Yeah, no, it's all on a different computer. It would only take like 10 minutes to get everything back, but I'm so lazy, man. But anyway,
Yo, shout out Otter. They recognized that was some math. That was some legit math.
Would we get some math?
Sums and shit, man. Like, you know, that crazy shit, man, where you get like numbers and you like do them and multiply them. That 727, was that his name? I'm not an insomniac, mate. I've got family live in Japan, so I tend to be up all night. And yeah, just that way I can communicate with my family in Japan. And and also it's so hot during the day at the moment in Ireland that I'm just happy I can work at night because of my job. I tend to be able to pick my own hours and family in Japan. So yeah, I guess you might call it insomniatics, insomni mathematics. I don't know, whatever it is. But where were we in regards to the football there? Because my brain is frazzled.
We were just talking. Okay, well, Mr. Frazzled Brain, I thought.
Oh, he said Bud, man. That's what confused me. As soon as I saw Bud, I was like, dude, man.
Man. That's one of my favorite 3-letter words right there.
There's a lot of really good 3-letter words.
Because like that can mean a million things, and it's like your friend, you know.
Mm.
Maybe.
That's exactly what I meant, Jacob.
Exactly.
Man.
We're still not 10 minutes in yet.
So I
feel like if someone's gonna wake up and watch this in the morning when they're like having their full English, and that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah,
so
a traditional English breakfast. Yeah.
What were
traditional English, mate? You want to get the traditional Irish, man? It's much better.
I did warn Tommy that this was coming, so at least he knows. But I
was wondering.
Yeah, let's just move into Spurs, I guess, territory. Real quick, flash question for both of you guys before we kind of dig into the meat and potatoes of this show.
Cabbage and potatoes, mate.
Cabbage and potatoes of this show. What would you rate our transfer window so far out of 10?
After you, Jacob.
Sorry, I was taken aback by Dave Tutty. I'm just glad that Dave Tutty commented. What's up, Scott?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, here comes the brains, mate. Thank God, because the three of us are frazzed.
Jason Groves. What's frazzed? What does that mean?
Whoa, hold on real quick. Fitzy's underwhelmed by our window?
That was a 5 out of 10. Let's be real. Come on.
Guys, you Irish. No. I love you guys. I'm Irish.
What's that mean, you Irish?
My grandmother's last name is O'Connor. Like I'm Irish too.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I love us all. I'm just saying, you as in you guys, like you and Fitzy, you guys both are undervaluing the transfer window so far. But
yeah, I don't know if underwhelm's the word I would use, but it's certainly not. I don't think it's as great as some people who are like calling it an 8 out of 10 or anything like that is making it out to be. I don't necessarily have a major problem with individual moves, but like overall, There's
Yeah.
still a lot of holes on our team that we haven't addressed. That's my concern.
Exactly, Scott. I mean, right wing back, centre back, possibly a creative midfielder, outgoings not being addressed yet. So yeah, for me, it's 5 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah.
Shout out Dave Tutty.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave
Same for
Tutty.
me.
Dave Tutty is the man, and also you guys are both great. So you guys are both saying 5 out of 10. I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time remembering in my, I don't know, ever since like about 2010. I can't think of a better transfer window than this.
yeah, but that's not the question you asked, Colin. I mean, you're asking us to rate this transfer window, not compare it. Like that's a different question. Are you asking us to compare it to previous transfer windows? Like it's a different question,
It
mate.
might come to that, but I'm just saying. I think in terms of other teams in the league, who else do you think you'd put up there with this? I mean, would you put Arsenal?
City's
or-
having a
or
better
Chelsea?
City's having a
Yeah.
better transfer window for sure. And I think one of the problems is when people will say like, "Oh, look how many players we signed," and City has only signed like 2 or 3, but City doesn't have to sign anymore because if City signed all the guys that we signed, they wouldn't be starting for them, right? So I
So
think you
who
have to
all-
look at it somewhat
You might
comparatively, right?
enlighten me to a bit. I know that City signed Alvarez, right?
Julian
No, that was in
Alvarez,
January.
Erling Haaland,
Okay, so who
Calvin
else have they signed?
Phillips.
And now I'd take all 3 of them at Tottenham. And if we had all 3 of them at Tottenham, I'd be going 8 out of 10 for our transfer
For
window.
real? I don't know, man. That's a really weird. I don't
No,
know.
that's 3
what did
solid
City
pieces.
need to
But
sign?
honestly,
Like-
I know
Basuma,
Calvin
Phillips, I think
Phillips
that's
is
a
solid,
push.
but yeah, exactly. Because Basuma and Calvin, I think Basuma is the better player of the two. So I mean, I
But
think we
Rodri's
actually-
better than both, so they don't like. What does City need to do? What did they need to sign? They lost, I think, 2 games last year. They've won the title.
Yeah,
3
but you
2
know
or
as
3
good
years
as
in a
me-
row. They
But you know that if a team gets to like be the top team and not have real competition and stagnate, I don't know. I don't think City is going to perform. I know that you know if ifs and buts were whatever the saying is, but anyway,
What
I
is
don't
the
think
saying?
I don't. If
but they're not
ifs- if
stagnating
ifs
because
and
they brought
buts
in like
were-
Holland, Alvarez.
Yeah.
Did-
Calvin
Did
Phillips.
you say spliffs and buds, Colin?
I didn't. Ifs and buts were
Oh, sorry, man.
something and nuts. It's
I,
a
I
really
will say that I feel like there's been a few missed opportunities by us, and the big one that stands out the most to me is the Bremer deal. I mean, I know the guy didn't
Yeah.
really want to leave Italy, but you could have got that job. You could have got him done
Hey.
for like 50.
real quick, guys. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas. And that's actually the truest thing I've ever read in my entire life. So shout out to whoever wrote that 1,000 years ago. But so you guys, I don't know. Alvarez isn't proven for anything. What has Alvarez
No.
done against an actual I don't know. What's
I think he's had
Sell me
been
on
decent in
Alvarez.
Champions. I mean, I don't know enough about the
What does
guy.
he have to do for them?
Yeah,
They have Holland.
that's the
They
guy.
That's
have
not fair.
Mahrez, they have
So
Grealish,
Scott,
they have-
Scott, you're gonna say that he'll be good even though everything is being done by everybody else? Because
No, I'm saying he doesn't have to be good. They can bring him in slowly. He's going to be their like 4th choice attacker, or even lower than that. I'm saying they have.
I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you, and half of
Like, that's the thing
I
that I'm
just like
saying
to
about
disagree.
City. You might say like, oh, look at we've got like 6 players that improve us, and they only have 3 players that improve us. But
Right.
that's because City has like how many players in the world can they literally can they get? Like how do they improve their midfield of Rodri, De Bruyne, right? Like they can't. Who are they bringing in to improve those guys? That's why I'm saying comparatively for what they need, I think they've done better. I don't know what holes City still has on their team right now.
Well, I mean,
For us, I can point out to multiple holes that we still have on our team.
Well,
that
yes,
sounds hot,
but
will
Scott,
you point
I
out
do
the
agree
two
with
holes?
you. I've always there's always going to be holes in this roster, like how bad we've been over the past few years. So
Why are you being so?
I'm happy with a lot of the players we have brought in. I am. I think they're going to be upgrades to what we have. I mean, this is the perfect comment right here. Basuma 10, Perisic 9, Richarlison 7, Lingley 6, Spence 5. I mean, maybe Spence 6, but that still puts you at like what, a 7.1, 7.2. So like, I think a
Yeah.
7's fair.
Yeah.
If we bring in a top center back or a right wing back, then I think that boops me up to an 8. Boops.
It boops
That pushes.
you right
Yeah,
up.
Boop,
but
boop,
that's a
you
big
right
that's
up
a
there
big
to an
thing,
8.
right? I agree with you, Jacob. If we brought in, I said a center back before I was using like Bremer, but he's gone. If we bring a DeVry,
That hurts,
Ndicka,
man. That hurts.
Torres, somebody at that level, and then we bring a right wing back. I mean, Hakimi's the obvious one, but not even necessarily.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't have to be Hakimi. He's the only. What I'm saying is a top, like a quality right wing back, not Spence. Then I would look at saying it's an 8. I would also like to
What-
see some more creativity in the team, but
What do you think, James Madison? I mean, do you think there's actually any likelihood to that transfer playing out?
I don't-
mean,
I
we were
don't
in for him in the past whenever he was from Norwich, but I don't think I've heard anything linking us to him since then.
I think there's too many reasons for it not to work in terms of I don't think Levy's going to pay the money. I don't think he's a perfect fit for Conte's system. I think he could play there. I know a lot of people say he'll get overrun in a midfield 2. I think he could play in the midfield 2. I think that we could be more flexible in going to a midfield 3 as well, which Conte has done many times in his past. But I don't think that. I don't think Levy's going to pay. I don't think we're his first choice to come. I'm not sure Leicester is overexcited to sell him. And I don't think that he fits in Conte's system. So as much as I would love to see him come, I think he'd be great. I think he brings so much of what we're missing in our squad. I don't think that it's likely that he's gonna end up coming.
He'd be in that Ericsson position where he's, going to be slightly shoehorned into the team, and whether or not that's a good or bad result is, we won't know until it happens. So yeah, I see what you're saying. And if I was James Madison, I don't know if I'd want to come to Spurs. If I had multiple offers on the table, Spurs is not where I would want to go.
Why?
As James Madison,
As whoever the fuck.
because you're playing for a manager who, like, knowingly and to everyone doesn't like to play with a central attacking midfielder, the position where he is most suited. And yeah, he can come in off the right wing, sort of similar to how Ericsson came in off the left wing, but that's not his spot. That's not where he thrives.
I mean,
I don't know.
personally, I've never really been big in on Madison. I mean, I feel
Well,
like he's had one great year.
I know he's a
and-
fucking prick in real life.
And he talks
Like,
shit
and
to
that-
Gareth Bale. He talks shit to Harry
He did.
Kane.
But
He's
and
that
literally,
little
in his
troll
everyday
on
life,
Twitter.
he's
not
like assaulted. He's like assaulted cab drivers and been like, "Oh, you don't know who I am?" Like, I'm. It's like, no, dude. No one did know who you were. You play for Norwich. Like, no one cares. You're just some guy with a haircut, and I don't know. But anyway,
I've never
like
really
James
thought he
Madison.
was anything special when we play. Like the way that I rate players who've been in the Premier League is when I've watched my team against them. Like, what stands out to me? And honestly, James Madison has never been something that really stood out to me when I watch Leicester City. Usually,
Really?
the
You
thing
don't
I'm
think-
most concerned about is Vardy and not really Madison. But
Oh well, I mean I get that, but you got to admit that Tielemans
Also, they had that-
and Madison are an awesome pair in midfield together. Like, I know that they play in a midfield 3 usually, but still, Tielemans and Madison are amazing together in midfield.
I mean, what has Leicester really done? I feel like you're bigging up in them for
You
no
mean-
reason.
Just won a league title, but I know that those two players weren't instrumental in it or anything. But
That was in
still-
what, 2016?
Yeah, I was.
I wouldn't say they just won. That's 8 years ago now.
I said just as in like only.
They
only
won an FA Cup as well,
title.
but yeah, come on, that was a good few years back now at this point. Like, it wasn't. Apart from
Okay.
Well,
Verdi.
I'm also still pissed because that was supposed to be ours.
Oh, Jesus, man, I'm so vexed about it. Like, I mean, yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, it's supposed to be ours. Like, let's be honest here.
That was the year of the Battle at the Bridge, and that's my favorite sporting history moment, moment in sporting history in the last, I don't know, ever since Bobby Knight threw the chair, and only Americans are going to understand that, but that's an Indiana thing.
What's a Bobby Knight? Is that
Talking about the Malice at the Palace?
This happened at IU, I think, unless I'm really crazy, but
at
Bobby
the
Knight,
U? Is that Miami University?
No, sorry, IU, Indiana University.
Aye.
And we had a coach named Bobby Knight, and he was a maniac. And I don't know. This was back in the '80s. My mother was there when it happened, but he got angry and threw a chair, like literally grabbed a folding chair, the metal foldable chair, threw it across the court, and it wasn't good. But I think that IU went on to win the game. That was the year they won the NCAA tournament. It was wild.
Was this bouncy ball, or whatever they call it, basketball? Bouncy ball?
Bouncy ball, yes, bouncy ball. This
Uh,
was bouncy ball.
the one where all you have to be is 8 foot tall, and then
But that's not how
Yeah.
Indiana. That's not how Indiana plays bouncy ball. We play it
I have a buddy
complicated.
texting me, and this is for him.
This is for his buddy.
That's
Hey,
for my buddy.
Aaron, I know you can't see
Come
it, but
on.
will you give a middle finger? And Scott,
Yeah,
you
come
too?
on.
dude, I'm only saying bouncy ball and 8 foot tall just to wind up Will Stewart if he happens to be watching. 'Cause,
Oh well, okay. You're not winding me up. If you can't tell, I don't care. But
No, I don't care either.
hey, Madarius Bunting, good to see you, man. I've never seen you in the comments before. I can only.
oh, my
guess you can
troll
hear.
is back. Fuck you in the. Sorry.
Madarius, not you, not
Coof
you.
you.
You're
Coof-
great, but
coof
we're
you.
talking about this guy. He wants to know how we really feel about basketball.
No,
It's,
he's trolling Aaron.
I know, but
it's
Aaron,
great.
if you've got
It's like-
trolls, that means you're really succeeding. And we barely.
It reminds me
talked
of like
about this.
Sylvester and Tweety.
Aw,
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
Tweety's
kind of,
always
that's kind of adorable.
it's kind of cute, yeah. But what's up, Madarius? That's my homie, and
I've never talked to him before, so I'm really glad he's here. I'm really glad you're here, man.
he's a Real Madrid fan. So
Oh, all right. Well, hey, that's cool. Maybe we can
Who?
answer
What?
this question.
What? Slow down. Who? What?
Madarius is a fan of Real Madrid.
mhm.
That'd be this gentleman here.
I have
who's
to say
laughing at our basketball talk.
If I had to pick a Spanish team, it'd be Madrid because purely because of Modric and Bale.
Hey, hey, did you say this? Did we say this?
What? I'm trying to pronounce.
Oh,
Fuck me.
right.
No, we did
No.
not say that. We love you. I
No.
said I
I
love
was
you.
gonna say, yeah.
Right, we were saying your name, mate. That's your name. Yeah.
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, duh. You
Right.
made it.
So who else we need though? Like,
Bro, we needed, I think, to sign Bremer as
that
a
didn't
solid.
happen. Clearly, it didn't happen. Though.
I know. Don't remind me. Okay, it happened like it was official. He got with Juventus like today or yesterday, depending whenever you're watching this. So like, I'm still a little upset about it.
Low key, you're upset.
He's a thick boy. When you lose a thick boy, like you need him on the back line. I mean, bro, do you really think Ben Davies is going to play as many games as he played last season and more, and the World Cup coming up,
Yes.
which Wales qualified for? Do you really think?
Yes. Does he
Dude,
rely on pace?
sorry,
no, not
sorry.
Really. Is he?
Sorry, but
positionally
this guy
elite?
Kyof,
Yes.
this guy Kyof, mate. Every week when I'm on Wills, right, he comes on and goes, "Aaron, you're crying, and he's already at it, mate.
Hey, it's okay.
I've got a personal stalker, lads. This is
Aaron,
fantastic,
but
mate.
I want to do something. We're gonna donate your tears to charity. If in fact,
Oh,
we do
mate,
so.
yeah.
So tell me,
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
if you shed one tear, I'll donate $100 to the Boys and Girls Club, and for every tear after that, it's $50.
It's just mad. He comes on every time I open my mouth on a show.
I
He
want
goes,
you to
"What
cry
are you
now.
crying?" It's fucking gas, man. Gas crack.
He's
If
getting
only the
it.
fella could use a real name and a real picture and actually come on a show, mate.
We just want to talk about Spurs. Is the thing,
Bro, you know what's actually interesting is I had an argument with someone on Twitter this week, and I DM'd him because I was just like, bro, meet me on a stream. Like, come talk to me about this if you really think this. Like,
No, but the thing
and
is,
all he could say was, it's not that deep. And I'm like, okay, it's not that deep, then shut the fuck up.
who else we need though? And we've already got an answer from you. We need Bremer, but that's not a real answer. I mean, like, so you can add one player to this squad, and let's disregard everything. Like, I just want to hear your one, like, if does realistic dream edition make sense? I know it doesn't. Those words contradict each other, but do you know what I mean? Like, Your realistic dream
I
edition.
love your interviewing ways, Colin. It's unique. I don't think anyone in the world possesses it.
I don't know. I prefer Buck Funkley personally. I think he's a much better interviewer. But
I don't think that Jacob's got to meet Buck Funkley.
Not officially. I've only seen the intro, I think, to his
Wonderful show.
wonderful show. Yeah.
Which will also be
Hakimi.
taking
I'm going to
place
go with the
on-
obvious one there. I'm going to jump the gun and say Hakim. I love Hakim. So the obvious answer. Sorry, that's it, mate.
I feel like
So
you stepped on my toes because that was definitely going to be my answer. It's just the easy
that's why I
answer.
jumped in, Jacob.
Wow,
That's
I
why
don't
I
don't believe you now, Jacob. That's the thing.
now fuck you is telling me that. Are you drinking tonight?
Yo,
Dude, I'm
Mud.
drinking coffee. It's
Mud.
5 a.m.
We did.
man.
We signed a dude. He's like 6'9". He's huge. He's gigantic. His name's Fraser Forrester. He's gonna back up Hugo, at least for this season. Hugo signed what, a 2 or 3 year extension? Something. Bro, I really think he's still got a good 2-3 years in him, and I feel like in another couple windows, we're gonna start putting together some bigger pieces. And we're really going to get flying, especially if Antonio Conte stays like he's mentioned and he's alluded to, that he wants to stay here. He wants to build us up. He wants rivals to fear us. I mean,
ooh, and guys, do you hear the voice this man speaks with? It is a deep voice. It is a trusting voice. You believe this
Antonio?
type of voice. You, my friend.
me?
Yes.
No, so don't believe me, man. I'm just saying what I've heard.
I'm just thinking everything that you say is more than likely true. And if you disagree with that, put it in the comments and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, we missed the trick, right? In regards to Fraser Forster, right? Southampton offloaded him, and they signed Gavin Bazuna, who is a fantastic up-and-coming keeper, right? We got Forster and Bazuna's understudy, both Irish, by the way, Bazuna and Josh Keeley. So, I think we just made. Personally, I would have preferred Gavin Bazuna rather than Josh Keeley and Forster. But yeah, I mean, what's done is done. I'm happy that obviously as an Irish person that sorry, I'm reading the comments at the same time, so I'm getting a little bit distracted.
Me too. No, you're okay. I get it.
But I mean, myself and all the Irish lads who've seen Gavin Bazunu play have been like touting this fella as a future fantastic goalie. And we've got the understudy and the fellow who's on, who's out the door for Southampton, and they've signed Bazunu. But anyway, look, I mean, yeah.
Hey everybody, real quick, I just want to welcome Scott back. But yeah, Aaron, no, you make some really good points as always. As always, I hadn't known much about the young Irish lad that we signed. So
Josh Keeley, he's played for St. Pat's, which are an Irish. Jesus, man, they're like you wouldn't know St. Pat's unless you lived in Ireland. They're from Inchicore. They're from down the road from me. My granddad used to be one of their coaches back in the 40s or 50s, apparently. So I'm told. Back then they used to get like 50,000 out of the game, and nowadays they'd be lucky if they got 500 out of the game.
Wow.
But he's come through. Josh Keeley's come through the Irish youth system from the under 16s, 17s, 18s, 19s. And so we've snapped him up. He's only 19 years old. Again, I would have preferred Gavin Bazunu, but yeah, what can you do? We'll take the next best thing.
See, it's been so long since I've thought about goalkeeping prospects. Like there was that French guy, the young black French guy, Mike Magnon, or however you pronounce his name, who's kind of seen as like the understudy to Hugo that I wanted for a while, but his stock seems to have fallen.
No, he's at AC Milan now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I
what's his name? Iggy says he's pretty good.
Oh, okay, well, I trust Iggy more than I trust my half paying attention to the Italian league. That's awesome. But it sucks that we didn't go for him when I feel like he would have, been inexpensive. But it's kind of Spurs, right?
I see Eugene's it just popped into the chat there.
Whoa.
Eugene, if you're not working, mate, jump in.
Let me post the link again for Eugene. Also, I'm going to throw your comment up. It's so good to see you, brother. It's been a very long time. It'd be really cool to see you in the show. And everyone here's, and if you guys haven't seen the comments, everyone is talking about whether or not James Madison is a player that we need, if he's overrated. And before we get to that, though, I just want to hear Scott, if you could add one more player to the team, like out of all the signings we've made, if you could just add one more player, where do you think we're lacking? Who do you think we need?
I mean, it's so easy to say Hakimi because
That's
I think
everyone, right? You think that
I think
Spence
right
is
back
gonna be...
is so important to what we want to do. We saw last year or last season, and the biggest problem with last season, I think that we missed and I know Aaron saw it too, and I'm not saying you didn't, but I've seen Aaron say it is when we have Emerson play on the right, there's no threat. Like it's not just that he's not good; it's absolute no threat, which allows the teams to get inside and narrow and cut down what the effectiveness of our attacking players because they don't have to respect Royale because they know he can't do anything, and it's so killer watching that where it's not even that he's bad; it's that he's so bad that they don't even have to respect his ability to do anything.
So I just have to reply to someone in the comments, and I have to say, "Be safe, Otter." This is in response to this comment here. It says on the plane, "Be safe on the plane. You're an otter. You're not a human being. So I don't just be as safe as you can." But yeah, Scott, back to you. So you think that we're just lacking so bad in that right wing back, right back position, and Hakimi is I mean, a very logical first choice for like anybody for that position. I have no grudge against that answer. I do think though that Jed Spence might surprise people, but I guess the also the interview that came out, was it today or last night or depending on where you're watching from, with Conte saying that he was a club signing, probably didn't rub literally anybody the right way. I don't know. Did it rub you the right way, Jacob?
Well, I mean, when we talk about things that are rubbing me in the right way,
Yeah.
Antonio Conte telling the truth and telling the fans pretty much what's up, that always gonna rub me the right way.
Ooh, okay.
Hashtag water squirt emojis.
Right.
So
well, I can get those.
yeah, get those going. When Antonio Conte, like this is the guy we brought in to reshape, reform, and basically revitalize this club. So hey, whenever he talked, we just gotta listen. That's really it. And I think obviously Hakimi's the obvious option. There's another player, that Koulibaly guy. I wanted him as well. Iggy kind of hyped me up on him. If you know
Right.
Iggy Prince, he knows Italian football. So when I listened to him talk about Koulibaly, I was like, we got to get this guy, and I don't give a shit how old he is. It didn't happen. And then there was also Matthias de Ligt that went to Bayern
He went to
for
Bayern?
80 mil.
Bayern paid 80 mil for a player. So
I always get De Ligt and another guy confused because their names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get De
De Vrij and
Vrij.
De Ligt.
Yeah, De Vrij and De
If you want to
Ligt.
say it the Dutch way, yeah.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
No, that's Dutch, not Deutsch.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Yeah.
Sean Dyche.
I cheated
Speaking
through
like
German, so.
Speaking like Sean Dyche. Is that what you just said?
No, I said speaking of Sean Dyche, honestly.
Speaking of Sean Dyche, I like that guy though.
I can't stand Sean Dyche. His voice, mate, drives me mad. I turn off every interview.
Well, I liked him a lot more before the snow on the pitch bullshit this year, but that's for.
Well, were you referring, by the way, to the interview with Jed Spence?
Oh no, Aaron's
See ya.
gone. Aaron, I'll see you back in a minute, buddy. Was there an interview with Jed Spence that I missed? Did he do like a welcome to the club type interview?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to too much of that. I'm not overly excited about Spence, so I haven't seen too much about him. But
and you're a fairly no frills kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I've said I don't mind Spence, and I hope he works out. I really do. I just thought that kind of. Oh, everybody's gone. I just thought that when we got Conte, when we got this 150 million, when we got Champions League, the point of of all three of those things is that we're not going for those like hopeful players anymore. And as
Yeah.
good as Spence may have done in the championship last year,
Fair.
we're still hoping that he turns out to be as good as we want. So that's why I'll say, if somebody told me that we had a proper right wing back and Spence was coming in as well, then I would. That's great. Like that I could really get behind. If you like, I don't know who it is, but like a Perisic level signing for a right wing back, and Spence is now kind of second choice, learning under him. That would be great. I actually really like that idea. But
Yeah,
Scott, this might be a rhetorical question,
but
if Doherty, am I audible, by the way, lads? Because I
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just
Yeah,
Scott, it might be a rhetorical question. I assume it is, but if Doherty were to regain the form prior to his injury and the same kind of fitness levels, would you be happy with him and Spence as obviously Emerson Royale can go and do one? But would you be happy if it was Doherty playing the way he was prior to the injury and Jed Spence as the understudy in that position? Or do you still
if he
think
was
we need
consistently playing at his best that we saw, which was for a few games, yes. I just don't. I'm not sure that he has that. I don't trust that Doherty can play. Doherty, however you pronounce his name, can play at that level.
No, you said it perfectly. You said it perfectly, by the way, Doherty.
Yeah, I don't have the faith in him that I would. Again, it's kind of the same thing with. Then it's going back to the whole idea that we're hoping players can play at a level that they haven't consistently shown that they have yet. That's my concern, and I think that's what we're probably going to be left with. And let's hope that it works out. I
understand your concern when you put
Aaron
it that way.
I just thought we were moved past it, right? I thought we kind of moved past hoping players are going to perform, not like at a level that they haven't. I thought we're kind of getting to the more consistency. Bringing in players.
Can I just respond to Fitzy? Can I respond to Fitzy in the chat there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Fitzy, what I said was if Doherty were to, maintain the standard that he had prior to the injury, obviously in those 5 to 6 games where he got, five assists, was it, and 2 goals? And if he was able to keep that up consistently, I never mentioned anything about the previous 2 years when he was playing in a different system. So look, I know I'm Irish. So are you, Fitzy. I know better than anybody, and I'm his biggest critic, despite the fact that I called him Cafu, Herty, and Dohertinho. That was tongue in cheek, mate. That was a laugh. So
it was a good joke though. Those all stayed fresh.
My thought here on this is we have not really offloaded as much as I think anyone hoped for, right? Like there's Lo Shit Show. I think he's got to be gone, and Dombele's got to go. Region, basically the 4 that got left behind, right? Like we need to move them somewhere, and until we do that, I don't realistically see another wingback coming in. I feel like this is almost like, well, Perisic can cover the left and the right, Doherty can kind of cover the left and the right, and we even saw Lucas Moura playing at the right wingback against Sevilla and against
that's
Korea special.
Moura playing right wing back. Come on, man.
I'm just saying I just saying when we saw it. That's all I said.
I know, but it's never going to be an option realistically. Going forward, is it?
You never know. Hey, he had a good header in the box, defensive header.
The guy can't
out of the
cross
box.
the ball, man. The guy can't cross the ball.
Yes, he can, bro. I see. The way I see it is he's not going anywhere. They're about to drop a Lucas Moura doc on Spurs play. He's not about to get shipped out of here.
Scott, take it over.
as much as you want him, whether you want him or not on this club, I'll put $100 down saying Lucas Moura is not leaving this window. He's not.
Oh no, he's not leaving. There's no way because he doesn't want to go, and I don't think there's going to be any market that for us to get rid of him, even if we wanted to or not. Like
because there's other players we're trying to get rid of before him, I think. And the only wingback it seems like that is on the chopping block is Sergio Region. So I think we need to get him gone, get all of them gone. Winks, Basuma needs his number. If you've noticed, there's a bunch of people who don't have numbers yet on the Spurs official site. Like you can't buy their jerseys yet. Basuma being one of them. What's up with that?
But Bazuma's going to get Winks' number once we get rid of Winks, right?
What if
He'll
we
be wearing
don't?
the number
What
8.
if we don't? I'm getting scared. Is it okay that I'm getting scared that we're not going to sell all this
Who
deadwood?
blocked? Sorry,
Who cares? At the end of the day, if
sorry.
you're still on the roster,
Did somebody block Cuff you? Because I'm not a mod,
I'm
so
not
I
a
didn't
mod.
block
I didn't
anybody.
block him.
I didn't block nobody, man.
I personally think he's funny.
Yeah, so do
he or
I,
she.
mate. I'm honoured. I want to give the guy a signed jersey of me because he seems to troll me so much. I want to send him my
Bro, send me a
get on.
jersey. What
is
the
he
fuck?
gone?
But
Send
if
me
you
a
said
jersey.
earlier that John Fitzpatrick is a mod, he should be able to see.
Yeah.
If he's a mod, I don't
Maybe
know if
John
he's-
Fitzpatrick blocked him and then is like, oh, who blocked him? What? Who did that?
Come on, Fitzy.
You know, a midfielder
no.
that I wouldn't mind coming in.
Am
If
I
we're
a
going
mod
to talk
on
about
this
the
channel?
midfield. Paqueta. I think he's pretty good.
Wait, did Arsenal not just sign him, or am I tripping?
No, Arsenal did not sign him.
They're in for him for sure.
Arsenal in for nothing.
I don't think Paqueta makes sense for Arsenal. They have a lot of they have Smith Rowe and Odegaard
Yeah.
already. Like I don't know why they would need to go for him. Like that doesn't make sense. But I mean,
they're already signing players like in positions that they already have players in. They're not addressing their issues. But anyway, who gives a fuck about the Gooners, mate?
Hey,
let them make mistakes.
can I say something? I'm really upset because there's two teams that I despise very deeply that unfortunately both of their away kits are way fucking cooler than our away kit, our Scuba Steve suit. That's Manchester United, their white kit.
Yeah,
That
nice.
thing is nice looking. I hate it. I hate that it looks nice. And then also Arsenal, that black and gold. Why can't Adidas? I'm so done with Nike, bro. I'm so done with Nike. I'd rather guys go back to Hummel, Umbro. I don't give a shit. No Nike.
Let's go Under Armour again. I kind of was a fan of the weird Under Armour kits.
My favorite kits were I think it was around late 90s, the Adidas ones with the 3 stripes, the navy away kit, the kind of dark navy, and
I'd like to see Adidas, honestly, because they make good kits, and I feel like they'd actually have an employee who gave a shit about Tottenham. Because if you look at Barcelona's training kits, they're literally the same design, just different colors. Like if you were to go in Photoshop and just say, okay, sub this color with this color and this color with that color, is the same exact design as their training tops. And that's our official away kit. That's garbage, bro. Who at Nike, who at Tottenham, who is approving these kits? I don't understand.
I know I'm not.
Sorry, Scott.
I was just gonna say I'm not the number one guy who should be talking about kits because I don't think they're designing them for people of my age. But I mean I hated the kits last year, but I see
Best
on
away kit in the league last year.
so many different like groups, like not just all us and our little YouTube, but on all over Twitter, people commenting all the time about like here's a fan made kit and it's so much better. And it seems like the one thing that people seem to agree on is that all like the fan made kit designs are all better than the ones that Nike comes up with. And I agree. I don't understand
It's
what
literally
they're
almost
doing
like
or
they
who's
make
making
them.
these
They almost make them kind of shitty on purpose. There's got to be. They're like, how little effort and how little can we pay these guys to make these? And they're like, idiots are still gonna buy them.
If I'm a billionaire, if I'm the billionaire that's running Nike, right? You know what I do? I do a like a fundraiser type thing where everyone submits their favorites, and then and the fans vote on them. And that way, you don't have to hire a freaking designer. You don't have to hire none of that. You just get the fans to do it and say whoever gets it gets the first one. You know what I'm saying? We'll send it to you in a big fancy frame, and that'll save you thousands of dollars a year. So then you get a kit you actually like.
Oregon, right? With the Oregon Ducks and their football jerseys, because I think they have a new jersey every single game they play.
What's an Oregon Ducks?
It's
the
college.
university. That's where Phil Knight went. He's like a massive. It's like his baby, right? He gives them tons of money. He's their big booster.
Because
they have new jerseys like all the time.
His factory's like literally on campus, if I'm not mistaken, or like right around campus. The factory that makes all the Nike stuff. So Fun stuff that we can't get a good kit. We get fucking Barcelona training kits, just different colors. I just think it's
Dude, we should be
I'm old school,
appreciative.
man.
Barcelona, hey, Barcelona trained in those kits, bro. We should be happy just to wear them.
that small club mentality, bro. We need our own.
No,
Something that actually
Barcelona.
speaks to like the roots of the club. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fans
Just
that
go
make it.
back to like our reverse. You know, I mean, white jerseys, navy shorts, white socks, and reverse that for the away kit, and the third kit would be yellow. You know, I mean that traditionally was what Tottenham was, and now we have these multicolored jerseys. We've got all these mad designs. Now we got the scuba kit. I
Honestly,
understand
I
they're
think
trying
the
to appeal
socks
to a
make
younger
it worse.
generation.
I think the
The
socks
socks
should be
are the
black.
socks were yeah.
Black
But
with
like
that
black has
neon
never.
trim. You know what I'm saying? And
But
like reverse the colors because I think it's just too much of that Scuba Steve neon.
I like black, all right, as a kid, but that's not Tottenham colours. We're going away from the roots there. We're going away from the tradition of the club.
Is
We're
that?
long
Let me
past
ask you
that now.
something. The blue that's on that is that Chelsea blue or is that Tottenham blue?
It's Chelsea blue, where it's not navy. Tottenham is navy blue, so it's Chelsea blue.
Yeah, that's Chelsea blue's royal blue, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, like what you're wearing now.
So why is our kit royal blue?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah,
Like I was watching it in the game, and
Watch out, you're
usually,
gonna get slaughtered in here, man. But I don't really mind it either. I don't know. It's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be.
see, here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you why it is as bad as everyone's making it out to be.
Tell us.
Because
Tell
first
them.
off, the reason I just named it's literally Chelsea's colors,
Get them.
so that's garbage. First off, um, the socks they clad like it's just like too off putting. It needs to like, bro. The socks need to be black. They don't need to be with that like they're all highlighter yellow. You know what I'm saying? Look, even Medeiros, he says, I don't know. Barca's training kits is doo doo this year. They really are, and that's our away kit, and it's not even our colors, and it just seems weird. And usually when I watch the team play and I see Youngman Daddy wearing it, Harry Kane, it kind of grows on me, and I kind of okay, like the home kit this year. The home kit's grown on me. I like the home kit now because I think we look so damn good in it, and I can't wait to see white on white for Champions League. That's going to be disgusting.
Jacob,
And
I can't like any white kit with a big red. I have still not got over that.
I feel like
AIA.
I've accepted it. I've moved past. I'm
Nah,
over
mate.
it.
If it was navy, I'd be
Honestly,
happy.
our sponsor though, if you think about it, it's very aesthetically pleasing. What is that word where like if you take an image and you fold it down the middle and you like it's the same exact image?
Right.
That's what I really like about our sponsor. I don't like like Team Viewer. That's ugly. When they had Chevrolet, a big ass Chevy logo on your chest, that's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. If they would come off of the whole red thing, but that's their whole brand. I mean,
That's their brand.
On the away kits, we get away with it because we're changing our colors. So I guess that's that might be how we sold it to them. We're changing our color, change your color. But like, yeah, on the home kit, man, they're paying the big bucks for that red AIA, and
Yeah, but fuck the big bucks, mate. I mean, go back to the days of Holston. That beautiful Holston across and that introduced in what was it, 1987, and
I have
Holston looked
I have
good.
the replicate. I have the
But you know what
replicate.
didn't look good? That big ass HP logo. That thing was ugly.
I liked that.
well,
Was
at least it
one
was
of my
the right
favorite kits,
color,
bro.
man. It was the right color.
Bro, that kit was one of my faves.
I hated
Me
that.
too.
I
I have
hated that
I have a lot of
sponsor.
kit as well, Colin. So
That was the season I really started following like as hard as I possibly could. Got too invested that year. It was rough, but no, I mean that was it. We got all the signings and
with the thing with these
ALS.
kits, the thing with these kits that bother me, and it's probably as John says there, John Fitzpatrick, these kits are designed for kids. It's that both of them
Yeah.
have that like fluorescent yellow and green. And I just like I understand if you want to have one that's kind of like that, but why can't we have one that's just a little bit more classic, a little bit more like if you had the home jerseys and you didn't have that fluorescent yellow on them, I would probably like it. That would work for me. But it seems like every every kit that we are getting now has to be like so. I call it busy, right? Over the top, like too much, and
Right.
and then maybe if you have like one that's kind of that, I'll say more new age, but leave at least one of them somewhat more classic, so that
Yeah,
old guys.
and
I
like
and
feel
I
like
mean,
they
me
did
have
that
something
last
to
year,
like.
though.
it was just
I
a
feel
couple
like
of years
last year they
ago.
did that beautifully. Honestly, last year's home kit, I thought it was very plain
I don't mind
and
last year's
boring.
home kit.
It grew on me. I mean, I guess it's just because of the season we had, the players, seeing Youngman's son in it. I envisioned a nice old 37 Adama on the back of one. And so it grew on me, the home kit. But I felt like that was a really good balance of like basic to busy, like you were talking about, because the away kit was so busy. Honestly, that away kit, at first sight, I didn't like it. As soon as I saw us in it, it was like, I have to buy that. I need it now. And I'm checking tracking every 10 minutes because I need that kit. And honestly, so I love last year's away kit very much.
What is this
Have a-
guy's obsession with me, man? Every comment he puts in, he has to type my name. That's just getting weird now, man.
He said you're his
Oh,
friend,
you
man.
guys
That's
are
not weird.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's
It's so
friends.
weird, though, man. Every time I'm on Will's show or any of the American shows, this guy, every comment he types in my name. Anyway,
Um,
I love you too, okay, my friend. I love you. You're beautiful. Like, dude.
he knows. He knows he's beautiful. Cuff,
If
we
we're
love
if we're
you.
chatting with the people in the chat, I'll just quickly say to John Fitzpatrick, I rated it 5 out of 10. You asked away earlier, what did I rate the window so far? I think it was 5 out of 10. But
Yeah, Scott,
talked about
I
it a
was
little
5
earlier.
to 6.
I feel like
I
I
said that
want
to
to
you.
say that.
Wow.
I want to say
You
that,
guys are
but the Basuma
close.
signing for me, I've wanted
That's
Basuma for
very
2 years now.
insane. And who would have thought we'd have got him for 30?
For 25.
5 mil. No, 30 mil.
25.
But probably 30 mil. Probably 35. We factor in add-on.
25. It's
It's gonna
25.
be 35.
It's 25.
It's gonna
We
rise to
got Basuma
35.
for 25.
Yeah, I think. But we can like I like the individual signings. Basuma, I don't think there's any signing that we've made that I dislike.
Can I confess something to y'all?
But-
That signing, like seeing him in that Spurs kit is what won me over. When I saw him wearing that stupid ass neon trim home kit, I was like, you know what? That thing looked kind of good on him. And I was like, I might buy his jersey if he comes good.
Real quick, I just got this succession of texts or messages. Sorry, I said text because I'm apparently really old. Also,
I got
Calm
these
down.
emails coming in.
got this email to here. I'm American. Sorry. And then you said you loved him, and he responded, "Thank you. Same to you, Aaron."
I never asked him where he was from. So, but thank you for letting me know you're American.
He just said sometimes as
saying,
Americans we feel guilty because of just
Being an American.
being an American. But also you shouldn't talk shit to us because we're Americans. It doesn't mean we don't know ball. We have eyeballs.
Did I talk shit
I'm not talking
to anybody?
You know what? That was actually just a rant at the person on Twitter who I was talking shit to this week, who's too fucking
It's all
scared to come
slipping
on a
out.
stream.
It's all coming out. This is a nice therapy, I think, for people too. My show is always, if you got something, you just get it out here.
I was legit thinking about this. That I was like, if I didn't begin doing all this with people in the YouTube world and Michael, the United Spurs of America podcast that we do.
Shout out United Spurs.
United Spurs. It should be in the title, but Colin, I think, last second Colin.
I was like, hold on, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, let me see if I can post myself. I'm gonna just say something in the chat. What's up?
On yourself.
So
just to let you know, guys, I call it soccer too in Ireland, depending on who I'm talking to, because in Ireland football is a different sport. It's Irish football, it's like 15 goalies against
the word
15
soccer
goalies.
was created by the British people. I'm just
Exactly.
saying that.
Yeah,
The word
association
soccer,
football. Yeah.
they created that word, and then they give us the
racist to
most.
say the British people?
No, that's not a race.
Is that xenophobic?
No, UK people's not a race though, so that's not racist.
No, xenophobic. You're
What's I don't know what that word is.
That's
Sorry, rewind. What was that? The UK. What was it? Sorry, I missed the initial one there.
He said they're not a race. So I said, yeah, you're right. And that's not racist. You mean xenophobic against the British people.
You know what the difference between the United Kingdom and Great Britain is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The United Kingdom's like all them islands, right? It's like Wales and Scotland and Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Oh,
dang.
slow down.
Is it?
Ireland
Or no?
is a republic.
We're about to get
Northern
Oh, yeah, the
Ireland
Republic,
is part of
the
the
Republic.
UK. Yeah, two different
on.
countries, mate. Like North and South Korea.
Here in the States, in geography, they don't teach us nothing. I ain't know nothing. The only things I
Alright,
know is because I've looked at
so-
Google Maps or because they had that globe on. But even the globe didn't tell you Wales was a country. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
like,
not. It's a
So-
principality. Well, technically, it's they consider themselves a country, but it's actually a principality. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Don't worry. Even British people don't know this stuff. So you're off the hook there,
wild.
Jacob.
There's a lot to know. I mean, it's a lot to unpack. Who all recognizes the Queen?
The Commonwealth, Scott M.
Yeah, she's like technically the head of our government, I think.
Whoa, Scott! I'm surprised Mari's never.
Doesn't
hit
mean
you
it.
up
We
that.
have because we have our Governor General, who's the Queen's representative in Canada.
Whoa. So she comes there sometimes to Canada.
have you
I
seen
don't
her?
think so.
Have you ever seen the Queen, Scott?
Nope.
Aren't
been
you
to
like not
Buckingham
supposed to
Palace.
look at her?
Maybe
right?
she was there when I've been to Buckingham Palace, but that's about
Didn't
it.
someone say you're not supposed to look at her?
That's ours, mate. Where'd you hear this muck, man?
They said you can't look her in the eyes. It's like Medusa or something.
She'll turn this every time.
You get stoned like the dudes in the red shirts with the big tall hats. They'll fucking stone you.
The beef eaters or something. I think they're called, man.
Beef
Yeah.
eaters.
I think that's what they're called, man. It's something
If
like
we're-
I'm sure John Fitzgerald would cut me.
I would say anyone in the chat that notices anything wrong that we're saying, just let us know in the chat. We would love to hear about
Bro,
it.
I saw a photo of like someone giving water to one
How
of
could
them,
there
and he
be
like
anything
couldn't
wrong?
touch the water. Like, why can't they have water? Let them have a canteen of
What?
water while they stand there. It's
Did
not
you
a
see
big
the
deal.
clip of the one that actually cracked up laughing? He couldn't take it anymore and he started laughing.
No.
Oh, Fitzy's straight in there with the Irish stuff. The Queen is the devil.
They say they haven't seen that man since.
Sorry, I can't stop laughing, Fitzy. There.
Colin, are you
That's
doubting
such an Irish
Jacob's
thing, man.
knowledge of the Queen? You can't
No.
look her in the eye. That sounds realistic. That sounds good.
I
I don't think we
I
need any
believe
fact
it.
checking. We're doing a good job ourselves.
You know, the Queen is actually 198 years old, and yeah, and
believe
Jacob's
that
right.
too.
If you look at her in the eyes, you do turn to stone, and her hair is made of snakes.
I mean, if you read into like the reptilian government and that whole underground society, there's some links that you can find online for sure to help tie together the knot.
If you dear
I
God, if
read
you
it on
please put those
4chan,
links
man,
in the chat.
QAnon and shit like that, man. Yeah, it's all true. It's all true.
the blood of the
youth.
youth
Yeah,
creates the youth.
yeah, pizzas and stuff.
Pizzas and all that, bro.
Okay,
Pot
so,
pies.
So we've officially been learned on some culture that we weren't exactly 100% sure on. Now we know a lot more about the culture in the UK, Great Britain.
And there's no one who's in the UK right now that's on this channel, right?
But no, I mean,
Yeah.
but now we know more. So we've been learned. We about got learned, and it's now time to get back to Spurs. And so that was,
But happy me and Jacob could educate you a little bit about,
thank
the
you
Queen.
guys. Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Everything I give you is either what the dark web has given me or the American educational system. So, if you wonder why I have you ever seen the movie The Patriot?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with Mel Gibson just goes around killing
yeah.
Brits?
He's got a
It's
hatchet.
like-
and he's
Yeah, he just hatchets the people to death. Just
Yeah.
straight to death.
I love that. I love that movie. But when I was a kid, I remember getting so upset at the French because I was like, bro, the French were supposed to pull up and they didn't pull up until very late. Mel Gibson had already done all the work and then the French pull up and they're like, we're here to help. And it's like, bro, Mel Gibson already hatchet half of the Red Army, bro. What are you
Yeah, and
talking
to
about?
think and to think he did that after taking out the Brits when he was Braveheart, even when kilts didn't exist, and you know,
Well, that was
William
a different
Wallace
lifetime. That was a different
No,
lifetime.
I thought Patriot was part 2. I thought it was William Wallace, man.
I mean,
in America.
if you believe in reincarnation,
The
then
viewers have
yes,
gone
it
down.
is.
The viewers have gone down so hard just in the amount of time that we've been talking about ridiculous stuff.
Did you have viewers, Colin? I thought we were just on the waffle chat here, mate.
But no, it's dropped by half, but that's fine. If you're here, check
So
a like.
it's gone from 2 to 1.
It's gone from
The
26 to
viewers
13,
dropped off
what do
when
we have?
Aaron and I jumped on the stream.
There was 26 people? Damn, I
Yeah.
only
You
saw
kidding me?
6.
26, man.
I saw 26 people were listening to us. That's absurd.
26 people.
Big
And
ups
I-
to those 26 people.
We love you. We love you.
Oh shit.
And again, you're watching a brand new. Well, it's brand new to me. A new channel. Tommy Talks Ball. Remember that guy?
Oh
He's
jeez,
got
I
a new
keep
channel
forgetting
now.
where.
It's
I
called
keep
Hotspur
forgetting we're
Hood.
on. I keep forgetting what
You're
Hotspur
on it.
Hood, mate.
Yeah.
Colin, you know, your streams used to get loads of viewers when I used to organise the pop-ups with Fitzy.
Yeah.
I get in touch with Fitzy. This is prior to you being part of the Hotspur Hood and when you had Talking Ball.
That's been. Well, I'm on Talking Ball. also.
I
I'm
thought hood was
broadcasting.
euphemism for like the penis
Oh,
in the UK. So when he changed the name to Hotspur Hood, I was
No,
like,
dude.
is that a euphemism for something?
No, it's like hoodlum or the hood in the neighborhood.
Okay. So it's the
Yeah.
same definition of hood as America. I thought it was like
No. It's
they
American.
called it like, you know.
No, man.
And I think right now is as good a time as
No,
any
I know
to
what
plug
you're
Hotspur
saying,
Hood.
Jake.
And if you're watching this on my channel, Talking Ball, because I'm on both right now.
Aaron, they don't call it that?
Head over to Hotspur Hood and give them a
Dude,
like.
we're all circumcised.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the word for the. Never mind. I digress. Big ups to Hotspur Hood. They have
Anyway,
a lot.
Scott M,
Big
congratulations.
There's a stream every day.
Scott M, congratulations to Canada for getting first and third on a Tour de France stage yesterday.
And second in the
You give a
CONCACAF
fuck
W
in
Women's
Canada.
Finals. They got second last night.
Yes, you told me it's a big day for us in bike racing. Is that what it's cycling?
So
Cycling.
road
I
cycling,
never-
mate, it's the biggest
Never
cycling
heard of
race
the
of the
people that
year,
did
man.
it, but
I think bike racing makes it sound 10 times cooler, so I'm gonna call it bike racing from now on.
That's you're so. I'm
I
so
call it the
offended by
Lance
that.
Armstrong.
So wait, there was
Oh,
a bike
that-
racing. Was there a
fucking-
bike racing tournament or something? Or
The Lance Armstrong Tour de Lance.
You're gonna wind me up, man.
The Tour de Lance Armstrong.
The Tour of the drugs, mate. When Lance was there.
Hey, he had one ball, bro. He had one ball, and you're gonna get upset about medicine he was
put in a
taking?
little bit of extra oxygen.
medicine, steroids, cortical, anabolic, right? I mean,
Bro,
you name it, right?
you and me right now,
blood doping.
you and me, as far as I know, we both got two things pumping us full of them things, and he just need a little extra help because he only had one soldier fighting the fight. And you want to get mad at him because he did
but
Tour
that
de
makes him
France to
more-
everyone
hang
like
on,
12
hang on.
times.
One ball makes him more aerodynamic, right? You think of us, we're gonna have a ball swinging
No,
on
it
either
makes it
side of that
uneven, bro.
dial.
You have to
Very true.
counterbalance.
Hey.
Because think about, you could like use the seat to split the weight distribution
And
evenly.
we're assuming you do, but then with him, he's only got one ball dragging the wind.
That's what I'm saying. So he's pulling to the left or right. I don't know which one, but he's pulling to one of them sides. So he's got to counterbalance, bro. That's not good for your spine.
So few says, who the hell watches cycling? I do, mate. I watch the Giro d'Italia, the Vuelta a España, the Tour de France, the Paris-Roubaix. I watch all the cycling. I watch the one-day classic.
Also brings up another good point. They were all on drugs and cheating. He wasn't the only one. It was like everyone the top 42 places, everyone tested positive.
Yeah,
I
they
just
did.
went to
And that's what makes it awesome.
our
Everyone-
Canadian
everybody's-
equivalent of ESPN, our national sports channel, and
What's it called?
unfortunately, because it was the All-Star game, the baseball All-Star game, that's getting top billing, and we're having a major sexual assault issue with our national hockey junior team, so that's taking
Shit.
top priority. But it did look like the cycling was like third or fourth highest priority.
Well, I hope everybody.
Really? Wow. Yeah, man, that's a shame. That's not
It's
nice.
hard.
to
I don't.
hear.
It used to be on like way back, probably when like Miguel Indurain and Lance Armstrong were
Indurain.
doing it. It was on like I remember like it would be on the sports channels, and I don't know what's going on, but like I remember it would be on in the day, especially because it's always in like the middle of the day our time, so it was perfect for those channels to have something to go on. But I don't even think it's on TV here, like on a regular channel. It would be
It was
on
like
some sort of
ESPN 4 or something.
specialty channel.
Yeah.
It's
fallen off
massive
so
in
much
Europe.
here now.
You
Lance
know, it's the
Armstrong
most,
made it relevant.
come on.
Hey,
He
I'm
made
just saying,
it irrelevant.
he made it relevant, bro. Just like Michael Phelps made swimming relevant.
Another drug cheat. Right, okay. Like
Another
you do
drug cheat.
realize
What are
that
you talking about? Don't you dare talk about Michael Phelps, an American hero, American swimming
he
hero.
didn't he admit to doping?
No, he just smokes weed for
I
his
say
depression,
marijuana doping.
Right.
which is legal in
Okay,
half
but
of the states in this country.
you do realize that the most attended sport out of all sports in the world is the Tour de France. They average 13 million people live at the event over 3 weeks. Like, there's no other sport that gathers that amount of numbers. It's huge in Europe, even though a lot of people in Europe don't like it. It's massive, and there's no other sporting event in the world that attracts that many live people, in attendance. So, yeah, it deserves a bit more respect, in
The
my
Tour de
view. But
Lance we're talking about.
So I'll respect it. Like that's what I watch.
The
Those
Lance
guys.
Day
It's crazy.
Tour.
I would be done. I would not even. I'd get on the bike and call for the guy in the car to put my bike on top of the car, and I'll ride along there. That would be what I would be doing. But it doesn't
The way I
really
see it, who
resonate
cares?
over here at all.
When it comes to like the whole drugs in sports, like who cares if there's drugs in sports? I've never really cared. When in baseball, when Barry Bonds and what Mark McGuire, they were breaking every record because they were doping. I mean, in my opinion, steroids doesn't make you hit the ball like it makes you hit the ball stronger, but it doesn't make your accuracy any better. Um, and if someone wants to smoke weed before a game, after a game, who cares? That's only going to affect your performance. It doesn't affect anyone in the stadium. It doesn't affect anyone in the world. So it's just like, it seems absurd to me that all these sports are like, so you can't have this, but you can't have that. And it's like, sometimes it's stuff that's even in protein powders you're not allowed to have. It's like, what is this?
So you
Yeah,
guys,
well, I mean, kids get. I mean, in Irish rugby, teenage level, at schools level, they're given creatine, which is
yeah.
it bulks you up.
It,
But by the way,
it,
Stuart
yeah,
seven two
just
seven's comment there was hilarious. The Willie Nelson one, if you could bring that back up, I
Yeah.
thought that was quality, man.
Why did Lance
And
Armstrong get all that fuss when he was on drugs? When I was on drugs, I couldn't even find my bike.
yeah, Willie Nelson, that's fantastic. But yeah. But also, I mean, you look at Liverpool. When
Oh yeah,
we all know,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, Ventolin or Strambutinol, or whatever you call it, yeah. 70% or something like that of Liverpool players have asthma,
The
and the
national
average in
average in
Europe
the
is 1 in
UK.
10.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there you go, mate. But I mean, totally agree. When I used to cycle and I used to play football,
You were
I used to
doping.
take a Ventolin inhaler. Yeah, no, absolutely. I admit to it. Like, and I've seen doping in sport when I used to, when I was involved in my youth. It's creatine inhalers, and unfortunately, other things as well, corticosteroids, anabolic steroids. It was part of sport when I was younger, and to be honest, I've often tried to raise the conversation, and because cyclists piss. Oh, here's Will. Cyclists piss me off, especially when they get in their groups and block the damn streets. Yeah, Will, that's because you be driving that big 4x4, and you take up all the road. Will, I've been trying to have myself and Will had a mini debate about this about a year ago about doping the sport, and I mentioned Ronaldo because there was a specific doctor that Ronaldo was attending when he was in Spain, Madrid.
Yeah, who became known for his
And also a lot of football, there's a lot of footballers and cyclists going to visit the same doctor, and so
always suspicious. So okay, I'm the worst person ever, you guys, but I've got to work in the morning. This was kind of a test trial run, kind of give everyone a taste of talking ball on Hotspur Hood. But I want to go around in a circle real quick and get everybody's. I don't know. Out of the promoted teams, who do you think? Just pick one team that you think is going to stay up out of that group. If you do think any of them will, and if not, explain. I'll start with Scott. Go.
So I think they all could be in trouble to go down. I mean, it usually seems that but I almost think that every year when these teams come up, but somebody always, at least one of them always gets
Yeah, some
you know
they play
has
with no
something working out for
fear.
them. So I didn't watch a ton of championships, so I will say if one team stays up, how about Bournemouth? I don't know. I like them when they were here before. They seemed to play fun football back then, so I'll have them staying up. But to be honest,
Cool.
I haven't watched. I don't think I watched barely any of the championship last year to give much of an informed opinion. But that usually doesn't let me stop me from making an opinion anyway. So yeah, Bournemouth will stay up. Uh, the other two go down.
Who goes down with them?
Good question. But you know what? It seems like we've kind of got rid of all the obvious options. I was going to say Leeds, but I like some of the moves that they've been doing recently.
They
I
did
know a
get
lot
rid of
of
their
people
two
say-
best players. That's my fear for Leeds. I don't
Yeah.
want to see Leeds go down again, but my fear for them is they sold their best two players. And anytime you sell your best two players, you're not shaping up for a great season ahead. I mean, I know he brought in a couple Americans, like that's cool. I know he brought in a couple pieces that he thinks. I don't know. I'm worried for Leeds.
Leeds would certainly be a team that I'd consider. I know I'm trying to think of who I had because I remember Sava and Henry did a whole thing, but I can't remember who. Let me choose somebody. I don't think Everton will be as bad as people think, but I don't like Frank as their manager, so they have an option. I mean, Southampton seems to be teetering on dropping down. They've been
They
hit or
want
miss.
to.
So
They've been trying.
they seem like they're kind of selling guys, even though they've kept James Ward-Prowse, but they've sold some players recently. So I could see them dropping down too. But again, that's why this year I'm wondering if it isn't just the three
same three
teams that come up just drop
Mhm.
down. I don't know. I'm not great at the history. I'm sure Daigle would know. He has a great mind for remembering everything. I don't know if it's ever happened where the three teams came up, just went right back down again.
Oh, I'm sure it has, but
For
Stuart,
me, you want me to go next?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Stuart, Aaron, I mean, Stuart says that he knows you, that he met you backstage at the Rob Spurs.
Okay, mate. Yeah. Okay, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Boom. Fast friends. You guys already are buddies. All right, but Jacob.
Yeah.
What do you got for me?
Out of the three, if I had to pick one of them to stay up, I like Fulham. I think Fulham, they pretty much dominated the league last year. So I think Fulham could stay out of those three.
Do you think Mitrovic will play a part? Because I've wanted him as backup striker at Spurs for a long time. Controversially, like
he scores goals. He scores a lot of goals.
He does. There was one season in the league where he didn't score goals, and it was in the Premier League. And guess who was their coach? Scott Parker, and he didn't play him. So yeah, he didn't score any goals. Anyway, I could go on about that. That's a little pet peeve of mine. I always thought he would be great, especially under Jose. But
yeah, where did Scott Parker go? Bournemouth? Yeah, he went to Bournemouth. That's right.
Oh wow, is he still there?
Yeah, he helped him get up. He got sent to him, helped him get up. But then, if I'm not mistaken, Fulham blew the league away. They locked it up with 3-4 weeks left, 5 weeks, something like that. So I could see Fulham staying up if anyone stays up, and either Leeds or Arsenal being the ones going down.
Arsenal, you had to say it.
I mean, they're going down, buddy. They're going down. Down.
They're going down.
They're going down, brother. No, I mean, I always just hope them or United or some crazy says, they just go down for some reason. That'd be great. So they get some deductions and end up getting relegated. That would be just as enjoyable, I think, as winning the Carabao Cup. Not the FA Cup, but the Carabao Cup. I
think it's fair. That's fair. I mean, because no one would give us any respect for winning that anyway. Be it's just a Carabao Cup.
Also, Brentford's gotten weaker, if I'm not mistaken. So who knows if they stay up again?
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. They were a middle of the pack team last year, and then Leeds, who was recently promoted, was middle of the pack team the year that they were first went up. They won't get regulated.
It's just
That is true.
Regulated.
I think
Dude, this isn't Texas, man. You're a regulator, man.
they done.
That's what he
way
said.
better-
He said Leeds won't get regulated.
They done way better business than Everton.
I mean, that's fair too, but Everton's got Dele Alli. You never know. Maybe he comes alive.
Maybe we get 10 million if he plays 20 games, yeah.
Come on.
Aaron, I don't know. Out of the promoted teams, who do you think's staying up?
So I've got one choice left, yeah?
You want to go against the grain, so you're going to say the other one.
Well, it's Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to go on, sentimentality here. Go back to the old days when we had, Forest had Brian Clough as manager, Nigel Clough coming through, Stuart Pearce, Roy Keane, Steve Stone, and just for my mate who passed away this year, Cocky Corcoran, massive Forest fan. Forest are going to stay up, and I'm delighted they're back because they're a massive club. So, yeah, it's pure sentimentality. Why are you two boys trying to poke each other?
Hey, you're watching? I didn't even know you were watching.
It's kind of in response to Will. I'm kind of letting him know it was Jacob was the one that was
Reading the word that was displayed.
Whoa! You guys are on the box. You know they have like YouTuber boxing.
He just said it was autocorrect, and I was just being silly by reading it. Obviously, we all knew he meant relegated. I was just saying regulated because I was just trying to be funny.
Fight.
I thought that you said it in Texas. Hey, Jake, what's all those mad instruments you have in the background? Is that a cello?
Yeah, that's a cello. My wife plays cello.
And where's the other thing you used to have?
Keyboard?
Yeah, man.
My son loves it, so it's in the living room because he's been jamming.
And what about you? What do you play apart from with your fiddle?
I love me some Devil Went Down to Georgia. Personally.
Oh, it's a great tune, mate. That's a proper tune.
It's just
Absolutely brilliant, man. I love that tune.
It's probably the best thing I've ever heard on a fiddle.
They always say to leave them wanting more. I feel like we're right, like just getting into some good stuff. So it's probably going to be a good time to end this. And Tommy might delete this tomorrow.
Yeah, apologies, Tommy, man. Apologies.
But if
I hope
he
watches the whole thing, though. I really hope Tommy watches the whole thing.
Me too.
It's certainly educational. It was definitely educational.
It's classic talking ball, and so he got a dose of the real thing. And to everyone in the chat, I just want to say thank you guys. Hotspurious, thank you. We didn't see a whole lot of you, but you were there. Thank you for being there, everyone.
Was there at the end? Hotspurious was there at the end, chiming in.
And Stuart too, mate. Big shout out. Apologies, I didn't realise you were the Stuart, man. Not Will Stewart, the nicer of the two Stewarts. Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Fight. But hey, thank you everyone for tuning in. And if you're somehow watching on my channel, make sure you head on over to the parent channel of this channel, which is Hotspur Hood. If you're not following them, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to hurt you. So.
Colin, come on, you couldn't.
Come on, you Spurs.